few months ago, not few months, few weeks ago, I went to Barnes and Nobles at Park Slope. Well, I used to go to the New York Presbyterian Hospital to check on my mom, but unfortunately, I was kicked out of the hospital because I wasn't allowed to visit her for this. I tried to tell the rest, both of these receptionists, receptionists, but they barred me for preventing of seeing my mom for that. But she got kicked out for this, so I ended up going to Barnes and Nobles for a cheer up of a helpless way of attitude. Yes, indeed. So here's knowing that I got both books with me for this. Well, apparently I might that by returning towards the bookstore in Park Slope. But unfortunately, my mom just returned back home from the hospital, and now the room is about to be a crowded one, not to say the least of it. So, yeah. Well, let's get down to business. Inside of this bag that I got is both books. So, be prepared to get amazed at this. The first book that I'm pulling this out is this. Well, this book is Academy, which is a good one, and the author is my daughter and her brand name Shelby Carrington. Oh, it's a great book. A wonderful book to read if you're a tween, young adult, even new adult for that. So this book is kind of good for that. So it might be a top notch for this. So either way, is a bit a hierarchy of reality for that. So it can be a good one for that to read. But eventually, it might be a over 400 or 500 page longer for this, but I'll check back with you ASAP for this. So, knowing it's paperback for this, and of course, the New York Times bestseller book. I forgot to tell you for that, so anyway, for that. Here's a good book and a good one for this. So, if someone or somebody read that book, please comment why you can't for this. And the final book that I'm pulling this out is this. It's the other Mrs. Bridgerton, which is a Bridgerton prequel. If you're a huge fan of this Bridgerton show on Netflix, this book is a we're all for this with all the other prequel for that. Apparently, I tried to get that back then on the first time when I visited my mom for this, but apparently I don't have enough money for that. Which I bought that book instead of this one. So, yeah, that's for this. And the author is Julia Quinn. Without knowing that she's the author of all these Bridgerton books, the prequel, even uh, the new novel of the